Okay, so there we go. God, I really do need to lose a bit of weight, don't I? Right, hang on. I need to adjust the camera because it's been a silly billy. Yeah, yeah, that'll do. Right, okay. So, without further ado, let's get all the usual nonsense out of the way first of all. Obviously, for anybody who is new to the channel and the stream, there's not going to be any audio or video from what we're going to be watching tonight. This is just going to be the chat, the reaction, hence why I call it BYOC, being bring your own copy. To sort of help facilitate that, there's the synchronized timer, which is just about there. And there you go. Because it helps to sort of test it. Sometimes it gets a bit glitchy. That way, you know, if you need to pause, go to the bathroom, feed the cat or whatever, then you know at what point we are. And it's normally accurate within like a second or two. And that's about it, really. Oh yes, and I will be starting it with a 5-second countdown to help sync things up. Right, first of all, and a quick little drinky. I have a cat on my lap as per normal. I swear she's got used to being on my lap at this time because it's like she's been on the bed all day, been sleeping. It's like, father is doing his streams in the evenings. I should go sit on his lap and annoy him. Right. So obviously we're continuing on watch along of the Expanse, and we're up to season 4. There we go. Even though it's written down on the screen above the chat window. And is that right? Episode 5 and 6? Yep, episode 5 and 6. So yeah, 2 episodes. I was going to do 3, but it's for the moment. It's just because there's weird numbers of episodes, and there's too many Fridays when I'm going to be very busy with doing things. Not bad ways. It's just like, you know, by the time I get to the evening, I'm just like mentally, especially with tax season coming up as well for being self-employed. It's not necessarily bad. It's just time consuming, and you've really got to concentrate to make sure you don't fluff stuff up. So that's coming up, which is going to be great. But yeah, not too bad really. I do need to get some more antihistamine, so I apologise if I sort of start scratching at my nose and face and everything today. I have ordered some, and this should be arriving hopefully by the end of the weekend. It doesn't help with the cat as well, but the good thing is especially in the UK at the moment, the sunlight's coming out. We're getting that nice. I mean, also today is the spring equinox, which is that midpoint. You know, the days are almost exactly the same length of time as the nights. So everything's all going nice. I'm feeling a little bit more energetic, like spring's in the corner, around the corner. Wow, well, obviously need more sleep, but it might be time to dig out the old carpet wash device again, because you don't really want to be doing that when the carpets are damp in the winter, because it's right. So I'm waffling. So yeah, like I say, we're gonna have 2 episodes of The Expanse. I'm not gonna go through too much because I mean, we're in that weird point of the episodes order when things aren't quite there. So we would be, I suppose you could say that we are towards the middle or the beginning of what you would call Act 2. You know, if you go by the free act rule for for shows and films and games or whatever. Yeah, we're definitely in Act 2 of season 4. But yeah, the 2 episodes tonight are going to be called Oppressor, and episode 6 will be called Displacement. Like I say, I was seriously thinking about doing like 3 episodes, but it's just like brain no process things. Otherwise, it would have been cover other ones as well. Now, they are both about 45 minutes, and I think all the episodes are rated 15. Not necessarily because of anything. I mean, sometimes stuff is a little bit graphic, but not too bad. But there's also the ever-present F-bombs from Avasarala, who is absolutely amazing. Okay, so I'm trying to think of what else I need to speak about as well before I start. I'm just so dry today. I am so dry. Sorry. Okay, you know what? I can't think of anything. My brain's going all fuzzy. Let's just start. Right. So like I said, we'll do a 5-second countdown, and then I will press play. Let's get everything all queued up. And as always, we do not skip the intros. Just because, especially on shows like The Expanse, it's not. Oh, good evening. So, So I was going to burp there. So yeah, we don't skip the intros, especially on shows like The Expanse, because sometimes, and again, not every episode, but sometimes they do tweak things and stuff like that. Also, as well, I might be mistaken, but season 1 of Babylon 5 is on my Prime listing at the moment. Season 1, which doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the seasons will be on there, but as a future option. Just saying. Maybe. We'll see. We will see. Because after we finish this current season of The Expanse, we're going to be watching June 2. Which is... that's going to be a get your bladders on standby for that one. Right. Okay. Right. So... 5-second countdown starting now. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, caught me headphones alert. Yes, go. Pensive. Yes, violence and foul language. Right. Okay, so Amos is probably going to hit someone, and the foul language is just Avasarala being Avasarala. And like I said last time, I am loving the costume work they're doing for her. It's like almost every scene you can see that they're in, you can just tell by the gear. You know, I mean, seriously, her outfits have been amazing. They really freaking have. Even her attendance or season 1 of Babylon 5 is free, others are to buy. I think I have got every episode of Babylon 5 on DVD. I've just got no way of, at the moment, of playing the DVDs, which is very annoying. Also, same for Enterprise, DS9, Full Metal Alchemist, quite a few others as well, but no way of playing them, damn it. Well, as I say, I do actually have a DVD player, I just got no way of hooking it up to this monitor. But yeah, seriously, as I said last week, the whole the costume designs is always something that seems to go unappreciated in like awards and things like that. But like, just see, yep. Ah. Oh, so basically you got the... Okay. Ooh. Oh, that's gonna... Yeah. I mean, she's literally the medical for your colony. You don't want... Yep, this is when they came landing in. So these are the douchebag builders. Although her setting it off early stopped it from everybody being wiped out. You got shot. You would. Yeah. Those all dogs are freaking great. They're not perfect. Obviously, they have to be supervised, but you know, for like monitoring and administering basic drugs and whatnot, they're great. And if I remember right, the show is set like what 200-300 years in what we would call the future, but the medical technology and stuff like that is believable, and it's based on like knowledge that we have now. So it's like, ah, he was just like, "Will you shut up?" Will you just? Will you shut the flip up? Fair. I mean, I mean, honestly, he probably could. Yeah, but yeah, yeah, he's not a happy bunny. Oh, he's stuck in there or something. Oh no, oh, yeah, didn't see anyone there. Walk on. Yeah, yeah. The one person they probably couldn't get away with hurting. He was so you two stop flirting. Hi, hello. That's because you are. I mean, the annoying thing is he's also right, but he's also a dickhead. Like, I think that's what makes him a good antagonist, if not borderline villain, is that yeah, he's actually right. He's just an asshole. Obviously, no, he answers to others. Like I said, he's a douchebag. Okay, what they wearing today? Okay, I approve. That's a lovely blue. I'm quite invested in what she's wearing fashion wise. Excuse me. He's right though. No, it's not. There we go. There's the first F bomb. Less than 9 minutes. Yep, there's another one. I'm not going to count all of them, just for the first one. Yeah, you might want to leave. And that didn't go well. So how many ways can she say that word? Well, that's the point. Where? Yeah, where's the girl? We know where Mama is. Where's daughter? Wonder if she's part Scottish. She seems pretty well versed in the Scottish martial art of ballistic swearing. You know what? It's not impossible. Maybe she's got some distant Scottish ancestors, and she's channeling her inner Scots. And that is very true. It is, yeah, ballistic swearing. Freaking love that. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Weird alien shit. Yeah, volcanoes on a planet with no tectonic activity. Hmm. Yeah, I mean there's some logic to that. Why do I feel like I've seen her bit? Hmm. Yeah, that doesn't look good on her eye. Hmm. Again, Gorman's doing a great job as Murtry, but oh, is the character a dingleberry? I mean, part of me would love to, properly experience microgravity or zero G, just so I can say I've experienced it. Right? Even if it's like low Earth orbit or something like that. I checked this like, yeah, yeah. I know you can take those plane rides where you can like the vomit comets as they call them, where they do like a parabolic curve and you get like 30 seconds or something of effective zero G. Yeah, it's because their daughter's gone missing. I also like that the little details in the background. You can hear like the micro boots going click, 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 click every time they walk. Yeah, where is she? Oh yes. Oh, she's. This dude's having a rough. He's having a rough day. No, no, you was stupid. Yeah, but she done goofed, and now she's realizing that it's like, yeah, her right. Oh, that's blood floating past her. That's her blood. Oh yeah, she her wound's bleeding again. Yeah, mm, yeah, and she's in orbit. You know, she's now starting to realize there's a non-zero chance her marriage is over. Her daughter's gone missing. She's bleeding profusely, and she's basically a wanted criminal. Yeah, that's a gnarly. That is, yeah. That's why when those things are working, you got to generally try still be as still as much as possible so it can do its magic. Gut injuries are messy. Yes. Yep. I think she's just fainted. Oops, mind your back. You just dribbled on the keyboard. Been very affectionate today, but yeah, he means that metaphorically, but it's like, yeah, yeah, then they're not good. There's going to be a mini a bit of a rumble on this planet. Yeah, yeah, we knew this was going to happen. Really? Hmm. Really? Where gave me that idea? I know. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, she is literally the most, you know, high-ranking scientist on the planet. Yeah, because he has to explain about Miller, about the proto matter, about not proto matter, proto molecule, proto matter from Star Trek. Yeah. Even on another planet in another distant part of the universe, humans are still the same. Not yet. What's the matter? No, you just got. No, no, you just got. Yeah. And then you've got the. I mean, obviously, we as the audience know how dangerous the whole proto molecule and everything else is going on. So the belters are, you know, understandable. Yeah, yeah. The belters are being stubborn. The RCE are being arseholes. Hmm. Yeah. And once again, he presents a solution that on paper makes sense, but you just know he's going to do it badly. Copenhagen. Hmm. Oh, she's now wearing a what do we call it? Maroon. I'm not too great on color names. To me, that looks like dark red. Hmm. Yeah, it basically told you humans are not alone. Burgundy. That's the word I was looking for. Burgundy. And like I say, even like like the guards in the background, plain simple suits, but they get their message across. Love the costume designs in this. I was thinking I've seen her before. Yeah. Still, I suppose that's probably like the fashion of the era is to have the clothes be simple-ish, if that makes sense. Which makes a change from being absolutely garish and covered in neon. Still, it's an aesthetic. Yeah, 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 she's got a point. Mm, yeah. 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 That's the look of a man who's just like who's realised that his the woman who is effectively his wife is pretty much like, yeah, yes, dear, you're right. Yeah, I think she's bleeding out right now, dude. Yeah, there's always that weird vibe of like different types of silences. There's silence because yep, she is bleeding out. Yeah, no, it's not fine. It's like you're bleeding your kidney out. Ooh, yeah, lots of blood vessels in that area because there's a lot of vital. Oh, this is gonna sting. Yeah, yeah. There's also a lot of nerves in that area as well. Oh, this is gonna be unpleasant. It, yeah. Mm. I mean, I get the occasional kidney stones, but even that's like, mm, and I imagine there's quite a few. Oh, that's it. Little bit of verbal slapping. Sometimes gets the adrenaline going. Gets the yeah. That's mm, yeah. I mean, this isn't graphic, but at the same time, it's like I can very much appreciate the absolute pain she's going through. I mean, obviously, it's completely different. It's like that's it. Think about it, Alex. You're piloting a ship. It just happens that this ship is a medical probe. Yeah. Mm. And now cauterizing it. That's it. Oh, oh, that is freaking gnarly. And then as the adrenaline and everything starts to spike, yeah, that's gonna yeah, she's gonna be dealing with these consequences of that for the rest of her life. That's not an injury you can just heal. Yeah. Oh, brutal. Oh, what's better? What? Oh, I just realised I haven't done my Star Trek thing today. I have to do that after the stream. Hello. Oh, he's been all nice and caring. So, I mean, it makes sense to tell them the truth of what's going on. 30 years. 30 years on basic help. Ouch. I mean, she's right. Yeah, it's like, meow. Yeah, this is one of those like airing your dirty laundry sort of thing. Yeah, because this Earth is like, you know, is that sort of that tipping point culturally, and now that the rings are open, mm-hmm. Okay, that was pretty good. Yep, something's going down. Oh, lovely. What? Oh, that's either true. Right. Yeah, that's a pickle. Oh, yeah. If now, oof. I was trying to think that if the drive from the old ship is used on a new one, would it just still give the same readings? Oh, the tense music. Oof. Or maybe it was done deliberately for that time. Yeah. That's a beauty shot right there. Yeah, you lost a lot of blood. That's a pretty cool medical bag. I can't deny that. Yeah, you don't get that choice. Yeah, that's true. Yep, she was. Yep, treat people like adults. Cat is actually watching the screen right now with me. It's quite cute. Yeah, yeah, we met him last week. He would say it. Yeah, Inaros is not a is the charismatic zealotry leader that is incredibly dangerous. Ouch. That was just one ship. No, but it's her responsibility. So did she. So, yeah, that's very true. Very, very odd. No, very found family, but yeah, it works. Like, and I still like the vibe between her and Amos basically being like adopted siblings type thing. It just works for me. Like, they're not, but it works. Yep. You know, Naomi is regarded by many people, maybe a controversial figure, but definitely like, yeah, you know, she's the chief engineer on the Ross and Hansi for crying out loud. That's got to be, you know, give some clout. He ain't happy, and rightly so. This is why he doesn't tell people. What was that thing from Greek mythology? Is it Cassandra who tells like the prophecies, but nobody believes her? So obviously we know Holden's telling the truth. Yeah, lithium's very important for a lot of batteries. Yeah, he's like, you know what? Yeah, like I said, this is why he doesn't tell people. Hmm. Looks like one of the thingies has become more active. And by the expression on his face, very active. like like that. Like it's just erupted. And if that's an eruption that can be seen from low orbit, it's very, very big. Right. Holy crap, that's gone quick. Right. So, as I normally do, when between episodes, we're going to take a. Let's just reset there. There we go. We're going to take a couple of minutes break. It's like what's it? It's now it's 10 to, so we're back at about 5 minutes tops. We're back in 5 minutes, and we're going on for the next part. So, see you in a bit. Okay, here we go. Right. Where's your cat? I would like to say I got up and stretched my legs. Unfortunately, a certain fuzzball decided otherwise, didn't you? I know. Right. I'm not complaining because I like her being affectionate. It's just also she is sitting on my lap nicely and calmly, and I'm trying to encourage that rather than her being a little turd like she can be sometimes. But so when she's sitting calmly, when she's sitting peacefully like she is now, yes, then I encourage it. So I didn't want to get up and like make her think, it's like, well, I'm doing exactly what father was asking for. Now he's turfed me off my lap. Off. Right. So let us go on for the next episode. Episode 6, Displacement. Now, obviously, it just ended with one of the big volcanoes erupting, and that looked like a shockwave, slash tidal wave, tsunami. Yeah, because it's a tsunami, isn't it? Not a tidal wave. Coming, well, just erupt. Well, actually, would expect when a volcano in a massive water area erupts, there's going to be it's going to be messy. This is not gonna go well. Right, so same as again, 5-second countdown, and then we will begin. Okay, 1 second, I need to cough. Oh wow. Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Excellent. So again, no skipping intro. So alcohol use and foul language. Okay, so mini game. How long is it going to be before we hear Avasarala drop her first F-bomb? I think the record is 8 minutes, and I'm including the credits for that as well. So I think that's the record. Rather than trying to count how many times she swears, how long before the first one? Of course, if she's not in the episode until right at the end, that's. Again, I love the design for this. Especially like something it's very subtle on the rings as well. It's the way things get distorted around the edge like a lens, which is quite nice. Excuse me. So yeah, hay fever again. It reminds me I need to order some antihistamines. Or just double check my order info, I should say. Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big boy. Krakatoa. So if these volcanoes are like terraforming reactors, it's very bad, yes. Mm, yeah, that's it. I was right. A tsunami. Yeah, this is not going to be pleasant. And what's the bet in there? Not going to believe this. Thank you, Amos. Oh, yeah, and she's like, oh shit. Oh shit. And of course, the Belters would know about. Mhm. Yeah, she's realizing that that's the best she's gonna get. There's a mile high tsunami coming your way. There's going to be earthquakes. There's going to be a shockwave. Yeah, this is the next 24 hours are going to be very unpleasant once that starts. You found their daughter. Yeah, angry, worried. Tell the truth, man. Tell the truth. Yeah, ideally not over comms, face to face if you can get away with it. God, that is a big shockwave. Oh, 50,000! Great googly moogly. Yeah, it's like a fuse just popped. Damn, 50,000. Yeah, that's like. Hang on, I need to check out what Krakatoa was in terms of size of explosion. Because that's a big boy. Oh, oh, hello. That's a fusion reaction. Uh, well, to give an idea, Krakatoa was about 200 megatons. Yeah. And I think she said 50,000 giga. That's huge. Oops. Yeah, well. Oh. Oh, that is. Ow. Ah, that's brutal. Yeah, those are failing fusion reactions. Yeah, fusion drives are. I like how IRL, we are literally at the first stage of possibly in about 30 years having a working fusion reactor. Like, it's not going to be anything like that one, but it's like, yeah, that was definitely a mega oof. Yeah, just need a supply of helium free. Yep. Apparently, there's Mars, not Mars. The the yeah. Apparently, there might be some that can be synthesized from like the lunar regolith, and there's probably a few asteroids in the belt. Yeah, that's one way of putting it. Yes. Oh, we're at Mars. Oh yeah, this douchebag cop. I, I'm pretty sure he. Hello, cat. Hello. Yeah, getting some helium free, I reckon, would be relatively easy. Like, I'm not gonna say perfectly easy, but relatively. Smart boy. Hey. Hmm. Yes. Now they hear the Martian propaganda over the speakers there. Unity on us. Mm-hmm. Yes. Ooh, is that Arabic? Oof. Yeah. So obviously that was the guy who was threatening her. I think she needs a drink or two. Mm. So, yeah, that's fine. That's what he does. And here comes stage one. That's the shockwave coming from the other side of the planet hitting them. That's the first bit. Yeah, that's basically the planet telling you, get your ass into gear. So yeah, anything that's like a fusion-based system, we're going to temporarily turn off, which is a pickle when your ship is fusion-powered. Exactly as it sounds. Highly simplified way of explaining it, but correct. Good. Yeah. Yep. That's the thing about when you're in orbit. People think you're just floating. You're not. You're falling. You just happen to be falling at a rate that matches the rotation of the planet. And as you move falling forward, you get it right. You can go into orbit. That's basically what orbit is. You are falling. Gravity. Yeah. That's not including Lagrange points, which are, let's just say, gravitationally null areas. Simplify it. he's he's out of line, but he's all right. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about military. It's like, he's out of line, but he's right. God damn it. Burn Corbin, underrated actor. Hello. Like, every time I move my arm, she's like, wants attention. Oh, a little pod. A little pod. Pod go down. Oh, what was the matter? Hello. Come on, wind your back. There you go. Good girl. Yeah, that pod just burnt up. Yeah, it just got vaporized, and even re-entries should not burn a ship up that quickly. The moon's melting. Solve yourself. That's not going to be enough. That's not going to be enough. You don't have enough time. No, so you need to move like right now because the planet's. I mean, the moon's melting. One of the ships just got literally disintegrated. I mean, yes, re-entry is dangerous, but it would not vaporize a ship that fast, that quickly. It would heat up and it would be a molten metal when it landed, basically. Yay big. Yeah, that was complete molecular disintegration. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, 15 days. Hmm. I can see later. Was it a signal somewhat? There we go. So, yeah. And now Ashford is like saying mentally, it's like, this is why we should have spaced in Aros when we had the chance. He's not going to say that because he values his testicles where they are. Yeah, he's not going to say it. Just send that. Exactly. Yep. Because they still have a lot of ships. Oh. Oh, so that's what Bobby was doing last night. that's, that's that's one way of putting it. I mean, that's a nice room, and that's some good. That's a top tier bed as well. So it's like that place ain't cheap. Yeah, was that 10 million credits she basically has in her account now? I mean, that might not be a lot. It might be like like Japanese yen, but that's a lot of money either way. Yep. What's her name? She's feeling threatened by the new talent. Like, and now she's trying to wind Bobby up. Yeah. It's like, okay, maybe I pushed it. Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah, if it's a Martian terraforming tech, that would be worth quite a few pennies or resources, however they want to pay. Once again, I love that Martian power armor. Oh, I'm sorry. I stopped petting her and I just got to look at her to say, Father, why have you stopped? See? I don't mind giving you attention, just not when I'm, fight, fighting against the enemies of the Federation in Star Trek Online. And part of me still think that looks very Borg-like. I mean, I know it's not, but just look at the way things are positioned on there. Like, if that has some green lights in that would more think somebody's repurposed the crashed Borg vessel or something. Yeah, you see what I mean? A few little green lights here and there. I think because it's that sort of black, almost metallic look to it. In what needs to be done could just push him off a cliff. Accidents happen. There's a tsunami coming. Nobody will find the body. Yeah. See? Working together. Oh, she's rubbing her eye. Hmm. Didn't one of the officers say before that their eyes it yeah. I mean, you're on an alien planet. I'm actually surprised more things like this haven't happened before. I don't just mean because of the everything else that's going on, but just yeah, you're literally on an alien planet. There's going to be microbes and stuff there that like that. No, it's not. There should not be green gunk like that on your eye. Hmm. Yeah, see that's one thing they always fail to sort of yeah, covenant and stuff like that as well. Oh, that is a gnarly wound, scar. So that's obviously before he got injured. That's his baba. If you think about it, in zero G, it's like put the baby down, do some stuff, pick baby back up again. That's got to be a brilliant way of looking after kids in zero G like that. Just like see the baby floating past. I thought it tickled me, Damon. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. See what I mean? You just pop the baby there, do what you need to do, and you might think it just makes me laugh. I mean the context behind it is obviously quite sad, but just the image of like that baby floating in zero G just being like, eh, makes me laugh. Let's just say, as somebody who has lots of nibblings, nephews, nieces, and whatnot, I 100% would be the uncle who would play with them in zero G and just like start spinning them around and stuff like that. That would be what, or standing at one end of the corridor, like with my brother, whatever, and then just gently pushing them down the corridor just as they see them flow. Yeah, that's the shit I would do. I'm an uncle. That's what we do. Although I imagine there would be also downsides to babies in zero G. Let's just say biological issues. I'm not going to say any more. Hmm. Bobby's got an idea. Hmm. Yeah. Remember, you're talking to a Martian Marine there. She's probably operated on less O2 than is in that tank for hours. Eh. Problem number one, door open. Problem number two, how to seal door. Problem number three, that big chuffing tsunami that's rapidly heading this way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, as long as it doesn't start lighting up and you start hearing resistance is futile. No, ain't complaining, but I know. Oh, apparently there's I think there's a graphic novel or a comic coming out a new one related to the Expanse. I think, and I believe it's like setting the planned time jump from the novels. But uh, we shall see. We shall see. I, I would like him to continue doing the books conversions to live action. Hello. What? What are you doing? Oh, that was a big stretch. A very big stretch. Yeah, that's like, you know, wasteland, 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 spiky thing. Mm-hmm. This is good. Yeah, this is gonna be. This is gonna be rough. Uh, it's already here. Yeah. That was unpleasant. Oh, here it comes. Yep. Okay. That was stage two. Stage three's coming. And that's going to be a problem. That's going to be even worse. Yeah, stage one was the shock. Stage three was the wave, the shock wave. For stage three is the tsunami, and that's going to do the most dangerous effect. That's just going to like basically scour the entire planet. Yep. Let's put it like this: if the tsunami hits that, that colony is just going to be scraped away. It's going to go bye bye. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think they're dead. But worth checking. But still, that's it. Listen for people crying out. But yeah, this is not. It increases the chance. If she'd been down there, there's a good chance she. What do you do? Well, that's good. Yep. 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 Yeah. Please not die. Okay. Now there's a kid crying for their parents. Oof. So it looks like that kid like positioned himself in the right spot, and it just even so that would have been terrifying just having that pass over you like that. There he is. unless he wants to be found. Hmm. There's always ways. Like, finally, I'm going to kick Marco's butt. They still should have spaced him when they had the first chance. But you know, Drummond made a decision she thought was right at the time. Keep the factions united versus one shithead. Slide down. Yes. I know there's still a Mars, so it would be gravity. So even sliding now would be a yeah, that would be an issue. Still need to do what needs to be done. Yep, Year 2's running out. Stop looking at it and just keep going. Keep doing what you need to do. Still, looking directly at a welding torch like that was probably not a good idea. Oh, yes, hydraulic fluid. Sweet. And now that door's buggered. That would be why the door's locked out. Well, that's a pickle. Or not. Ah, guard has been dealt with. God. Wow. That guard's got like. I mean, no judgment, but you know, some people would pay for that. I'm starting to think that it's next episode that might be the bit where I am not looking forward to because it freaks me to flip out. Because this is starting to look familiar. And the fact she was scratching her eye and saw weird gunk in it, that does say, yeah, does make me think we're getting close to that point. Especially if she's like having vision problems. Yep, and now the kid is as well. Yep. That doesn't sound good. Here it comes. Close it! Close it! Yep. Close it! Funny to think that it's like literally a bit of metal that thick that's about to save them. Yeah. With your knees. Oh, God, that's a brown trousers moment. Bye bye, colony. Bye bye. See? Just scouring it clean. That's a bit of luck. Remember, from the knees, not from the back, from the knees. Everyone else. Pull. Once you get past a certain point, good old gravity would take over. Oh, that is terrifying. Obviously, it's not a perfect seal, but yeah, that was. Yeah, that is that's a spicy meatball going on there, right? And that's me done for tonight. Like I say, I'm gonna have to very quickly log on to Star Trek Online so I can get and I'm just gonna do that mission, probably Starbase One again, for about 5 minutes, and then that'll be me done for the night. But yeah, I'll be back on Tuesday. Again, there won't be anything on Monday because Mondays starting like Mondays and Fridays now are very, very busy days for me, especially this coming Monday. Although next week should be during the day a quieter week, but I do have a lot of work I need to do, and because it's like deadlines. Yeah, deadlines are always fun. Especially with March as well coming up, like I say, tax season. I've got to prepare my accounts for everything. I don't have to do it now, but it gets over and done with, and I don't have to worry about it for another year. The joys of being self-employed. But for now, I'm going to say goodnight and have a good weekend. Bye bye.